Hi everyone, it's been a while since I have shot the videos. 26, 25 days break exactly, to be exact, I calculated. Um, yeah, just a lot going on, but I think this has become my MO right now. It's become the way I function. I will record videos, catch up, and take a break, and then record and catch up and take a break. And it seems like this is how it works great for me. I would love to be in a schedule where I'm just doing one video a day, and well, that's okay. I'll get back to that. I started the first 3 or 4 months I did that. I was just doing this one every day, no matter what. It was amazing. Even when I was traveling, I was doing that. And then I lost that, and now I started doing this thing. But I'm hoping that eventually it'll just become a regular thing, where a regular part of life, where I'm just shooting a video every day, and it's just a part of me. But it's great because I'm managing to do the whole thing. Like, I'm managing to catch up, so I'm managing to keep to the overall schedule of finishing this in 700 days or faster, because in the middle I started shooting a few more videos even after I had caught up, just some extras here and there, so that I can get to it faster. So that I want to, the reason I want to get through this faster is because I want to start the next round faster, because I want to be able to just keep reading the Gita every day for the rest of my life, and just do multiple rounds of it, as many rounds as I can. So doing these videos faster is just going to help me do multiple rounds and learn faster and grow faster. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing chapter 13, verse 26. And so before we do that, let's do our prayer, and let's bring our entire heart and soul into this, and let's beg Bhagwan Shri Krishna to help us understand this verse, and to help us, to keep us motivated, so that we're reading these verses every day. Well, for me, so that I'm reading these verses every day and not taking breaks like these. Although I'm okay with the breaks as long as I'm catching up, but still, the commitment was to do 700 verses throughout my life at some point, so I'm doing it. But yeah, for me it'll be that, and just for us to keep staying motivated, and keep staying disciplined, and keep staying consistent, and keep reading, and keep bringing ourselves closer and closer to him. So let us pray. We'll do the prayer, the sing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times, and do a little prayer, and then we'll start the verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us understand this verse, and please help us get use this verse to get closer to you, to feel more for you, to feel more love for you, to feel more connected with you, and to understand that whatever we're feeling in this material world is extremely fake, and there is nothing real in it. But help us feel real love. Please help us feel reality. Please help us feel whatever is real, and help us come closer to you. Okay, let's do the... Okay, so let's sing the verse together. Anye tvevamajanantah shrutvanyeebhya upasate tepi chate tarantyeva mrityum shruti parayanah. Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge. Okay, so this is a really good verse, because it talks about how important hearing is. So those who are not conversant in spiritual knowledge, like Gyan, begin to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. So this is basically talking about, you don't have to go through Gyan Yoga. You don't have to do intellectual studies. All you need to do is hear. And both the commentaries here are just wonderful. So let's read the commentaries. This verse is particularly applicable to modern society because there is no education in the spiritual matters, and for the common man there is a chance of advancement just by hearing. So when Lord Chaitanya, who talked about the transcendental hearing, even the transcendental vibration, so speaking of course is amazing, but even only just hearing it, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, all men should take advantage of hearing from realized souls. This is the most important thing here. Bhakti hops. Harivamsha Prabhu had come here. He came here recently also, and he speaks about that. Bhakti hops. So the advantage of hearing from realized souls. The more realized soul we hear from, the more our bhakti also hops from them. I mean, the more bhakti hops from them to us, and the higher. So if the person, there are 9 stages of bhakti and probably many more, but 9. So prema is the ultimate and bhava is the one before that. So if we're hearing from somebody who has prema bhakti or who has bhava bhakti, and we are at the first step or the second step, sadhu sangha, adho shraddha, sadhu sangha, whatever, the anartha nivritti. So we are at the first few steps. So if we hear from somebody who's at the bhava stage, if we hear them chanting the Krishna Mahamantra, if we hear Krishna Katha from them, if we hear the stories from them about Krishna, or if we're just spending time with them, then we will, or hear whatever they're saying, then it will hop from them to us. That is what this verse is basically talking about, is bhakti hops. So, hearing it from realized souls. So the more we hear from realized souls, the more we're able to get to bhakti. That's Krishna Katha is what I'm saying. The stories about God, like the philosophical understanding, of course, we can talk, we can whatever, but Krishna Katha, the more we hear, the better we are. And the worship of the Supreme Lord will then take place. In this way, no one needs to change, but just give up the endeavor to understand. We cannot understand the absolute truth by speculative reasoning. We have to do the chanting and hearing. Srimad Bhagavatam basically is the hearing. It's exactly what. So I'll get to that when Swami Sarvapriyananda talks about that. If one is fortunate enough to take shelter of a pure devotee, like become initiated, hear from him about self-realization and follow in his footsteps, and you'll gradually become a pure devotee yourself. So this hearing process is strongly recommended and very appropriate. And the philosophers and all that is like good, but it's not necessary. It's good to engage whatever faculties we have. I love philosophical conversations and intellectual conversations like these. So it's good to engage the brain in this, but at the end of the day, what is going to bring the bhakti is taking shelter of somebody who already has the bhakti. And there was somebody who had said, like, it doesn't have to be guru from there. It can be your wife or a prostitute. It can be from anybody who has attained it. Anybody who is on the bhav platform or the prem platform. Like if you want prem, then if anybody who's on the prem platform, then you will attain Krishna prem just by hearing them and by being around them. Okay. So now this is what he talks about. So the methods of sadhana is many times people are unaware of that. So because most people don't have formal knowledge and formal education, spiritual knowledge. Some people live in brahmachari ashram, so they get to have at least the sadhana aspects of it. And So Parikshit Maharaj had asked Shukdev Goswami, I think, how can we purify our hearts from all these anarthas? And he said, simply hear the descriptions of the divine names, forms, pastimes, virtues, abodes, and saints of God from a saint. This is the thing, right? From a saint. Hear it from somebody who has been there. You can hear it from just other people, it's okay, but you hear all of these stories from saints and then you will be able to get there. When we hear from the proper source, we develop authentic knowledge of spirituality and faith in the saint from whom we're hearing. And that hearing from the saint is building our faith in the spiritual truths, because they have experienced it. So we see it, we feel it, right? And enthusiasm and faith are the heart, and in the heart are foundation stones on which the palace of devotion stands. Enthusiasm and faith, yes. So there's a Mataji who had said that to me, like, you have to have enthusiasm. If you have enthusiasm, then everything is there. Okay, so that's it for this verse. We'll do chapter 13, verse 27 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots of spiritual growth and Krishna's mercy. Radhe Radhe.